Okay, today we're going to learn about riding the Saracen heads. Now I'm just wanting to ask, has anybody in this room ever heard of that before? I didn't think so. That's okay. So basically, like I said, riding the Saracen heads. Does anybody have a guess? Anybody want to guess what that anything related to this might be? What
Social studies?
Well, yes. Okay. Yeah, it actually has to do with social studies. It is a historical thing. Any other ideas what this might be about? No, not actually a dance, but okay, so basically, Saracen Heads was a military exercise for mounted soldiers who were going to be fighting infantrymen. That's basically what it was. And so they set up this exercise wherein they had a set of poles either staggered like this or in a line. And each of these poles had something balanced on top of it, like an apple or something like that. And basically the horseman starts here, and they have to ride down the middle, or in this case they had to weave in and out, and try to knock the target off of the pole without knocking the pole over. So, and can anybody think what this was maybe good practice for? Any guesses as to why they would try to do this as practice? Anybody, Lauren, you're kind of raising your hands.
Maybe like knights, like if you like target practice or just agility.
Very good. Basically what they're trying to do is, this is set up about where someone's head is going to be in comparison to you when you're on the horse. So they want to teach you, as a mounted soldier, what are you going to do on the battlefield against the infantry people? And the other thing is they wanted to teach you some safety precautions while you were doing this. One of the major things that they did was teaching you, you never, ever, ever hit them coming forward. You always rode just a little bit past them and hit them with a backstroke. Because if anything goes flying up and hits your horse on the head, they kind of freak out and you're in a lot of trouble. And I guess this is some other safety things that they might kind of go with here.
If you're swinging too hard, you could like cut yourself or your foot.
Very good. One of the big things that they were trying to teach people when they learned this was how to get your sword from one side of the horse to the other quickly while going high enough that you did not cut your own horse's head off. And yes, people actually did do that. Bad thing. So, basically, training exercise of basically with the safety, the precautions, the riding, and the other thing, like you said, agility, because sometimes it's really, really hard when you get out there to steer your horse and have everything kind of going all at one point in time. So basically that was the whole purpose of the Saracen heads. So how much time do I have left?
Well, there's a minute left. What is that the end?
Minute left, okay.
What culture?
What culture used this? Mostly this was European, mostly knights. Especially too because it's called the Saracen heads, is that this was primarily used during the Crusades. Idea was that you were going to send your knights over to the Middle East to fight the Saracens, hence the name. The Saracen targets, yes?
Despite all the new technology, people still do this?
Well, cavalry as a whole actually kind of got replaced by tanks. Basically what happened was they got back from World War I, and they realized that horses were just not effective anymore in battle, and so they just kind of discontinued using them. Usually these days, if you will see this done, it will be done kind of like by historical reenactment societies, people who will actually train. Actually, too, if you go to the Renfest, you can see the jousters that will do a demonstration of Saracen heads.
Time.